Hey everybody, welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. Remember, hit that subscribe button, join Ninja Nation, and without further ado, here are my filthiest pitches of the day. I'm going to start with Shane Baz, who was absolutely brilliant. He had these sharp sliders and had a White Castle special. He also had a nasty curveball and threw 98 mile an hour easy fastballs. Look how easy that looks for him. Baz had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up only 2 hits. Hunter Green didn't have his best outing, but he did have 6 Ks and this painted slider. Michael Wacha was really good again yesterday. He's pitching like an ace this year with a 2.28 ERA thanks to his wicked changeups and his fastball. And here's an overlay of that fastball and changeup, and this is insane. Look how long that changeup tracks with the fastball. They look like the same pitch all the way to the plate, and that changeup is 7 miles an hour slower. That is a nightmare for hitters. Framber Valdez had 7 strikeouts in 6 innings thanks to these curveballs. Opponents are only hitting 155 against that curveball. Clayton Kershaw had another solid outing, giving up only 1 run in 5 innings with 4 strikeouts thanks to this beautiful curveball and his fastball and slider. Here's an overlay of his fastball and slider, and you can see why that is an elite combination. Kershaw also showed that he's an elite athlete, making this sliding throw. That is a heck of a play. A healthy Kershaw is still elite. His ERA this year, 2.08. John Gray had nasty sliders and an overpowering fastball on his way to 6 strikeouts and 7 scoreless. Daniel Lynch had 10 Ks thanks to his fastball and slider, and I love this interaction between Salvador Perez and Daniel Lynch. Salvi tells Lynch to give him a decoy shakeoff and then wants him to throw an elevated fastball, and it worked. The game within the game is so much fun. Lynch was up against Frankie Montas, who had this sick cutter. Robbie Ray had overpowering fastballs and a vicious slider and took a no-hitter into the 7th inning. And he lost the no-hitter due to this. It barely gets over his glove. I know he is kicking himself. One of the cool things about Robbie Ray is he changes his fastball grip depending on whether it's a left-handed hitter or a right-handed hitter up, and it's not for movement. Here's what he told me.
I wouldn't say superstitious, but I feel like giving hitters any kind of any extra things to see on a baseball is kind of like not cheating, but like there shouldn't be writing on a baseball. So like for a right-hander, I always turn the label where Manfred signs away from the hitter. And so like for a righty, I pitch 4-seam with my fingers together, and then the label is like on the outside of the ball. So when it's spinning and it's coming in, they're not getting that extra blue to see. And for a lefty, it's just the opposite.
So you switch it based on the hitter, is that right?
On the handedness of the hitter, yeah, because I mean, this lefty can see that. I'm convinced that they can see it.
Carlos Rodon had another dominant outing with 8 strikeouts over 8 scoreless innings, thanks to his overpowering fastball and his slider. Keegan Thompson was really sharp yesterday with these invisible fastballs and nasty cutter. That cutter moved just enough to keep Braves hitters off balance. He had 9 strikeouts in 6 innings. My filthiest starter yesterday was Charlie Morton. Morton had these wicked changeups, an overpowering fastball, and hellacious curveballs. His curveball was up to 3,254 RPMs. That's like hitting a buzzsaw. He had 9 strikeouts in 7 innings, giving up only 3 hits. Now on to my filthiest relievers. Seranthony Dominguez had these wicked sliders. And here's an overlay of his fastball and slider that shows you why that is so tough on hitters. Felix Bautista had these inhumane splitters. What makes them inhumane is he also throws 99 miles an hour, and look at this overlay. That splitter looks like it's going to drive a hole in the ground, it drops so fast. I also love this from the Rays announcers, probably because it sounds a little inappropriate.
He's a $190 from that belt down.
Jorge Lopez picked up a 4-out save with 4 strikeouts thanks to this filth. Brusdar Graterol threw this 100-mile-an-hour sinker with 17 inches of run with less effort than it takes me to do this voiceover. Devin Williams had this dirty airbender, And I love this from Tommy Fan saying that he tipped this ball. I mean, he missed it by what, a foot and a half? It certainly makes you question all of his fantasy football claims. Evan Lee had these 2 consecutive pitches that, well, he hit the bull. This is probably the worst overlay of all time. I mean, both of these pitches are 90 miles an hour and his mechanics are pretty consistent, but whatever the opposite of tunneling is, this is that. And to top it off, here's the pitch tracker from that second pitch. I know Lee was having a tough time adjusting to Major League Baseballs, and that's been a problem all year.
Hey, Bob, that Evan Lee needed to acclimate to the Major League Baseball after using the different ball down at AA. He said that the night before his Major League debut at Citi Field, he went into Central Park with his dad. Didn't really feel comfortable with the baseball yet, so he went into Central Park, played some catch with his dad, and then made his big league debut the next day.
Here's Ryan Tepera complaining about the baseballs, saying none of them were even rubbed up with mud, which helps the pitcher get grips. And then Michael Lorenzen hit Upton in the head yesterday and also said he couldn't get a grip on the baseball. I mean, look at poor Lorenzen's face after that. Since they're enforcing these sticky stuff, no foreign substance rules, MLB really needs to do something to increase the tackiness of these baseballs so pitchers can get a grip. In the College World Series, Chris Cortez of Texas A&M had these filthy fastballs at 98 and 99 miles an hour. Look at that movement. Although I'm not sure that second one's a strike, but his catcher kind of stole it with this frame. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. Here's Jose Ramirez talking to Freddie Freeman across the field. Hilarious.
Freeman, that's Gold Glove? No, you Gold Glove? You one of the best hitters after me.